I got very sick at the end of the school year, at the end of my job, and I suspect it was COVID. I didn't do this official test, I just had the home test, but they are very faulty nowadays. For the new strands, they aren't as precise. In any case, I'm fine. I took this. My doctor said I should take this. That's vitamin D. And I took it before, but I heightened the doses, your doctor has to tell you what the doses is, I can't do that. But that felt it I don't know, it wasn't serious or anything like that. It was just annoying. And I'm fine now. I remember feeling, I was very, you get into a what do you call it? Like a slump, like you sort of dragging yourself around. I was kind of very setback, because I just found at that time I actually wanted to make a video about it. I found a sport that I really like, which is bouldering, climbing walls with these plastic knobs sticking out of the wall, But they really thought about these knobs, they made it's like a video game, you can touch just a certain number of them, and there are different courses and stuff, not courses, like routes up the wall, and it's super fun. And sport is, or an activity like that is it's so healthy, and I felt that, and then I got sick, and that was really I felt that, so much energy was just missing, but now I'm back to normal. I would say I don't have any sort of, I didn't get the taste or smell loss or anything like that, so I'm fine. But it did sort of, I got out of my rhythm a bit, and now I'm getting into it again after, the second reason why I didn't upload is I just took some time off, I just wanted to, I don't know, take some time off. But now I'm realizing that I took maybe a bit too much time off, because I started not feeling right, I started to sort of drag myself around a bit too much, get up again, do something again. So I'm going to climb probably this week, and I'm starting everything again, I was a bit too what do you call it, lazy, quite honestly. Not just, I did think about a lot, and I did some work on myself, I guess, as always, kind of reflecting, because I noticed, that I was sort of pushing my writing, pushing it around, sort of I get to it tomorrow, I'll scribble down a note today and I'll get to it tomorrow, stuff like that. And I don't like that. I like to write on a regular basis, or semi-regular, like every second or at least third day, and really just take notes on every second, and then write the next, and just get a rhythm going, some rhythm going again. But quite honestly, in my writing department, I'm a bit stuck. That's why I'm reading right now to sort of inspire myself, get I don't know, get into rhythm. That's what I'm reading. It's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I watched the movie religiously and never read the books, so I guess I wanted to read the books, and they're really cool. I think they're very well written, and imaginative and fun, and have a lot of heart. So I like them. And it helps me sort of just get the juices flowing again. And I guess that was what I was most worried you hear stories about it, doing a bunch of stuff. So I was afraid that I would be like stupid after COVID, that it attacks my brain and that I lose like my creativity. That's nonsense, of course, but still, I don't know. I overthink stuff, so that's I have to deal with that. But reading gets really gets me into a rhythm again, and sport as well. I wanna be a buff wizard, or not super buff, but like fit. I think that's cool. I think it's beautiful. So I wanna do that, and I wanna do that with fun. I don't just wanna go into the gym. I'm not the type. I really respect that people that do that and have fun doing that. But I need sort of like I need a game. I need like a goal and fun doing that, and then I don't know. Climbing is just fun to me. I don't know. That's just my thing. For other people, it's I don't know, tennis, football, basketball. That's also really cool. I've been watching that, and I read that just watching sports is doing something to your testosterone or your chemical processes, blah blah blah. So you want to do sport and you prepare your body to sort of get physical. I found that's really interesting, and that goes back to what I said. I mean, I must have talked about this before, but like sort of the vibes and how they connect and how they really stick. Like I read about food, or I think it was like they prepared like sort of certain drinks, and they wanted to test, like they had like a really bad sugary drink, and then like a really healthy one. The truth is they're both the same drink, and they presented it to a group of people and told them, like this is the really expensive, like just super nutritious great drink for your health, and then there's one where it's trash, it's just sugar and water and coloring. And then they had like two groups, and they gave one to the one and the other to the other, and in reality they did the same thing, but they measured very different outcomes. Like they measured like this group that believed it was like the sugary bad drink really did gain weight, and they had like sort of a couple of they showed a difference, and the other group didn't for the most part. They also did that with like I think they had like water prepared by monks, like they blessed the water, and I think they also categorized it in two groups, where they had a group where this is the blessed water, this is the unblessed water, and they lied about that. But to get to the point, it really was affected. The outcomes were affected by what the people believed they were drinking or eating, and what was blessed and what wasn't, and stuff like that. So there's some sort of resonance being distributed just by concentrating on a specific vibe. So in that sense, it makes sense to me that watching sports sort of is that alone does something, prepares your body to be active. That's cool. I think that's really cool. And and I guess I shouldn't wonder why I got out of my rhythm, because I really didn't surround myself by the right vibes, you could say. I just played a lot of video games, and I mean, whatever. It's whatever. It's not that bad. It's just you feel it. You feel it when it's enough, and then when you don't listen to it, that's when you feel bad. And I did that a couple of times. last month because I was sort of talking myself into, oh, I'm still a bit sick. I still need some rest. I have holidays now. I should really just do nothing for a while and enjoy it. But actually, I enjoy it way more if I do something like this, or write, or read, or yeah. But it wasn't all bad. I played Baldur's Gate 3, for example, which like everyone's playing right now, and it's actually it's really amazing. It's actually I have to, it does feel a bit like a drug at times because I have to sort of consciously get myself away from the game. Otherwise, I'm just sinking into it, and yeah, that's not. I don't want to drown in it. I just want to, be in it for a while, have fun, and then, yeah. But it's really something. It's really something. It's like a bit like Skyrim or something, where you get the feeling when you're in this game that it's actually like I'm totally in it. Like I can do what I want, and the game will respond in a appropriate manner. Like sometimes it doesn't, because it's so big and because there's so many things that could happen, that sometimes it's a bit like, I met this character once just passing by, and then hours later they come back and say, oh, hey, you're my best friend, you helped me, and blah blah blah, and it's rushed, because the game thinks you would have. Oh, that's my brother. This is how it sounds when my brother comes home. Let's listen to it. And I probably cut around it. He's probably leaving in 2 minutes. I'm gonna cut around it. Okay, I think he's gone now. Yeah, he makes a lot of noise. I can't, and whatever. Now the washing machine is on. Is that what you call it? Anyway, I closed the door. You shouldn't hear that. Now what was I talking about? Oh yeah, video games, Baldur's Gate. A fun thing I noticed while playing Baldur's Gate is because it's such a complex game and it tries to, it simulates there are many companions you can have and many stories that interact with each other and have consequences and stuff. And I was thinking man, this game, there's so much work behind it to sort of be lifelike that, I'm thinking, what if it, with AI and everything, it's gonna get to a point where you can talk with an NPC and have a conversation, like a real conversation, or an AI conversation, but still stuff like that. And so much money spent to make the game lifelike, and I'm interested in what will happen when we reach that point, because it's sort of paradoxical that you would spend a lot of money to be, in a game that's like life, when you can just be in life, Of course, that's unfair, games do. This is a fantasy game. This is a new world and stuff, and it's interesting for these things and the stories that are told and everything. But still, it's interesting. It's interesting because I like I said, I spent a bit too much time in it, and then I wondered, why did I do that? There are so many interesting stories in my real life that I could pursue, and I could talk to characters in the world and see what happens, and that's very exciting. and instead I'm, sitting at my computer. And I mean, again, it's not fair. It's a fantasy world, and I dig that. I think it's awesome, but there's something to it. You know what I mean? There's something like with, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, after not doing much for a couple of weeks, I noticed that I'm really looking forward to working again. I mean, I want to work on my own stuff again, but I like my job. I really like my job. I never had this before, that I really wanna, I'm looking forward to my group again, all these kids. I noticed that it has we're back to the vibes and stuff. I noticed there's a healing thing going on when you're around kids, when you're around all this life and happiness and joy, and I mean, also deep emotions. I mean, I cry a lot and stuff, but it's never, I mean, nothing really bad happened, and, it's just like, yeah, you're surrounded by life, and that also does something, it's like, when you see them smile or have fun or stuff, it's like, yeah, that it does something, it wakes you up, and I'm looking forward to that. And I also think I shouldn't do so many like deadline things around my writing, it's fine to have goals, I think, but I noticed I was a bit too, why am I saying to myself, oh, this should be finished, the next month, when I'm kind of stuck right now and I have to think about it, and, there's this fine balance between dragging things out and just like reflecting on it and being, there's a creative process in what do you call it? There's a perfect word for that. Procrastination. It is part of creativity, It's not all bad to procrastinate. I was watching this comedy show the other day, actually yesterday, where I told you about it, this Kill Tony comedy show. I think it's really funny. It's raunchy. It's very raunchy and very, it's American humor, but I like it. I think it has really cool characters, and yeah, it's an awesome concept. Anyway, in this show they get up up and coming comedians, like complete randoms, no names. Everyone can sign up in the audience, and whoever you are, doesn't matter. And then they draw your name out of a bucket, random, and you have a chance for a minute to sort of get your best stuff out quick and make the audience laugh. And if you're really good, there's actually a chance that you get hired, or you climb up the ranks, you get a show, you get a booking or something. Here he is again. Anyway, and yesterday in the show, something happened that was quite fun, where two people and he's gone again, where two people that were doing stand-up for 2 to 3 years, went on stage hundreds of times. They came up back to back and really sucked. They were so bad, and you couldn't believe they were doing this for 3 years. And you thought, why are you so bad? If how is this possible? And then two people came up that never did it, and were really funny and natural, and they got the room instantly. That was so interesting to see. And I thought about it, and I think it's this thing of, and they even said this, the two comedians that did it for a long time, they said yeah, I'm grinding this out for a long time. And yeah, that's part of it, the grind. But the other part is hey, take a bit, stop, what just happened? No one laughed, think about it again, do something with it, sort of, cook up something new, change the recipe a bit, And yeah, I think that's really an integral part of creativity, of this process, of this reflecting. And I guess you can lose yourself in both, in procrastination part and the grinding part. You know, that you can just reflect and get nothing done, or you can just get stuff done and not reflect. And yeah, thinking back, I saw a lot of people in art university that did that did one or the other, that were just overthinking it endlessly. And I tend to be in that camp more often, but I also did the other mistake, that I also saw a lot where people got like amazing jobs because they had such an output, so much output, and they just went out and asked people and to do stuff, and they got really good jobs, like really great opportunities that I would have loved having, but I didn't because I never spoke up, and I was sort of like, overthinking it. But then on the flip side, they messed these jobs up, they delivered bad stuff because they just didn't stop and think about it, I did that once too. I made a short movie that I'm not proud of, and I felt that I did the same thing. I was rushing it, So I don't want to do that with this script that I'm writing at the moment. And I mean, I have a bunch of stuff cooking. I want to rewrite this and go on with that. And yeah, I gotta finish stuff, that's sort of, I think, why I'm pushing these deadlines on myself. But stuff needs to grow naturally, chill, and so that's why I wasn't stressing about YouTube as well. It's just, hey, sometimes I'm a month away, sometimes maybe longer, but never much longer than that. And now I think I'm gonna upload like weekly, maybe once or twice a week, maybe. Let's see what I have to say. I mean, right now, this break really, I guess it was good for the YouTube stuff, because I saw stuff happened still, even though I was procrastinating maybe a bit too much, and I got a lot to say, and it's important too. I feel like that's the YouTube trap as well, for many content creators. They get like this tunnel vision, and they just don't stop talking about the same thing over and over again. And I'm sure that I do that as well, and everyone does, it's not just a YouTube thing, it's, but you know what I mean, it's annoying when you have a YouTuber that's just like there are these, I watched Oppenheimer yesterday. I could talk about this in the next video, but for example, in movie review things, I often get channels that just are trash talking everything, and it's so boring, I just hate everything. And it's, I don't know, they don't get out of their like very narrow view on a certain type of movie, you get the idea. And I'm gonna upload this. I made a couple of videos before that I didn't upload, because I just didn't feel like it, I didn't feel like it, and the vibes have to be right. So anyway, hey, vitamin D, that's healthy for everyone, and you should take it. Actually, you should take it with this too, with where is it? With this, the K. Where's the light? With yes, vitamin K2, and it has to be balanced out and stuff. Ask your doctor. Don't ask me, But I think everyone should. I don't think anyone has. At least that's what my doctor said. That we're just indoors too much nowadays, and we don't expose enough skin to the sun. And this is another video. But anyway, learn about it. Vitamin D. Ask your doctor.